Have you heard of the problem of the commons? There's this story, probably true, of open grazing land in England where all the farmers, all the different farmers around this open grazing land could bring their cows and sheep to graze. But the problem developed very quickly that each farmer trying to do the best for themselves would put more and more cows on this land, and pretty soon the grass was so short and so damaged that it wasn't good for anybody anymore, and all the cows essentially died. So this is a very common problem that exists, and it actually exists in more places than we often see. I want to talk about the problem of the commons that often occurs in marriage. And the two very areas that this affects especially are in finance and in raising of children. So many couples essentially have their money all together. And sometimes it works okay for couples, and there's no big disagreement about how the money is spent. But oftentimes, more oftentimes, I would say that it doesn't work okay. How money is spent is very commonly a dispute. So a standard solution to the problem of the commons is to remove the commons as much as possible, so that each of the parties has their own separate area, or in this case their own separate money, or it's agreed, well, this much money is yours, you can spend it as you wish, this much money is mine, I can spend it as I wish, and if we get more money, then it's going to be divided appropriately. And if there's certain common areas that we both agree that we pay for those first before we have our individual money. So it can be a tough, sometimes a challenge to negotiate this arrangement, but it can really smooth things out if it's negotiated well. Otherwise, there's just a constant tension, and one side is feeling resentment. They're both sides feeling resentment of the other side, and there's a lot of upset there. Another area of the commons in relationships is the issue of how to raise the children, because the children are considered to be common, like the husband, the wife, both feel like they have their way of raising the children should be the same. And this is perhaps more challenging, or you need to be more creative in dividing this up. But one possible way is that one of the spouse, that they have the exclusive domain to raise the children for certain days of the week or hours of the week, and the other spouse has the domain for the other hours or days of the week, and pretty much the other one, when it's one spouse's time, then pretty much the other spouse stays out of it. It might even be possible to divide it up according to different types of relationship with the children. But this is an area that needs a lot of new thinking and possibility. So be careful about the problem of the commons, because you can end up blaming each other or having a fight with each other, which really the problem is not so much that, it's the system. So look at the system. Go up and look at the system and see if you can have some agreement on changing the system. Thank you.